Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be watching or listening to us from. This is the Naija FC Podcast, where we bring you our raw, honest, unfiltered opinions on all the hottest and latest topics in the world of Nigerian football. As always, I'm your host, AyoT, and I have with me once again my reliable co host, Nigerian Football Encyclopedia.
Smith Layi, thank you for having me again. And that wonderful Tuesday.
Yes, yes,
Thank you.
yes. Thank you, Smith Layi, and thank you to everyone that is watching or listening to us on demand. We really appreciate your audience, and we have a packed show for you guys today. We are going to discuss everything from a review of the past weekend's action. Of course, we'll talk about Champions League action that happened today. Thankfully, we're doing this on a Tuesday, so we're able to get two Nigerians in action in the Champions League at least. We'll also talk about some players that have impressed over the past weekend and maybe are looking at the recall to the national team. We'll talk about some injuries that some Nigerian players have suffered and what is the solution in those to fill those gaps. We'll also talk about the Super Eagles with upcoming games in October and, of course, upcoming friendly matches in November. We'll talk about South Africa, Mokoena, the group, what is the implication, what is going on right now. We'll discuss all of that. And of course, the under 20 World Cup has kicked off. The Flying Eagles started their campaign with an unfortunate defeat. We'll get into all of that as well on today's program. So make sure you grab your cup of water, wine, juice, tea, coffee, whatever you like to consume when you watch shows, when you watch your programs, when you're listening. Feel free to grab it now. No judgment here. You can enjoy whatever you like here in the peace of your own house. Just if you are driving, just don't consume anything that can inhibit your abilities. But yes, we have a pack show for you, and I'm sure you guys would enjoy it. Please make sure you hit the like button on the video, like the video, so that you can just help to send that signal that the channel is doing good work. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. And if you think that there's someone that you know that likes Nigerian football or that can learn from the conversations that we're having, do us that favor and just hit the share button and get that person involved as well. The more the merrier. Don't gatekeep, the content. So if you know somebody that will benefit or enjoy the content, guys, please share the video for the person. As always, I like to start with a review of the past weekend and just highlight the number of Nigerian players that impressed over the weekend. So let me run through that very quickly. Goalkeepers, we had Chiamaka Nnadozie in goal with 2 saves for Brighton and Hove Albion women. We had Arthur Okonkwo also made 2 saves for Wrexham AFC. We had Matthew Yakubu keeping a clean sheet for Banska in Slovakia. Chijioke Aniagoso with another clean sheet for Tonomorets in the Ukraine. And then Stanley Nwabali kept a clean sheet and made 1 save for Chippa United in South Africa. Over in defense, Zaidu Sanusi came off the bench to score 1 goal for FC Porto. Emmanuel Uchena kept a clean sheet, all making 1 block, 4 goals, 1 for Sparta Praha in the Czech Republic. Gabriel Osho kept a clean sheet with 3 tackles, 3 clearances, and 4 goals, 1 for Cardiff City FC in England. Ibrahim Buhari, 2 tackles, 4 goals, 1, 10 clearances for IF Elfsborg in Sweden. We had Chibuke Iwanyemu with a clean sheet, 5 clearances, 5 goals, 1 for Wolfsberger SC in Austria. Midfield, Nnamdi Ofobo, 2 tackles, 7 goals, 1 for Barnet. Malomota Taofik scored 2 goals for FK Bailis. Tochukwu Nadi with 4 tackles, 5 goals, 1 for Zulte Waregem in Belgium. Ebenezer Akin-Samiro with 2 chances created and 3 tackles, 12 goals, 1, and an MVP of the match award for Pisa. We had Ibrahim Said with 2 chances created for Motherwell and Scotland. James Ibekeme scored 1 goal for Wisla Krakow, and Fred Onyedima got an assist for Wycombe Wanderers in England. In the attack, quite a number of attackers that did well. Akinkunmi Amo was on target for Shanghai Jiading in China. Andrew Idoko got an assist for Hapoel Jerusalem in Israel. Philip Otele got an assist, completed 3 dribbles, and created 5 goal-scoring chances for Basel in Switzerland. Ifedayo Olusegun with 1 goal for Kelantan in Malaysia. Asisa Toshuala, 1 goal and 1 assist for Al Hilal women in Saudi. Esther Okoronkwo with 1 assist for AFC Toronto in Canada. Edna Emade was on target for Real Sociedad in Spain. Michael Olaha scored 1 goal for SLNA. Paul Onuachu scored 2 goals, including a fantastic overhead kick for Trabzonspor. Victor Olatunji with 1 goal for Real Salt Lake City in the USA. Akor Adams with a goal for Sevilla. Simeon Nwankwo with 2 goals for Al Oruba. Abraham Marcos got 1 assist for Estrella Amadora. Victor Guidado with 2 assists for NK Bravo. Hilary Gong with 1 goal for Spartak Trnava. And then our Eagle striker, Nigerian Star of the Week, Gift Monday, scored a first half hat trick for Washington Spirit in the USA NWSL. So those are the Nigerian players that performed all over the weekend. If I missed anybody, my apologies. We tracked over 160 different matches this past weekend from about 72 different leagues around the world. And although we try to do an extensive job, it is still possible for us to miss because we are humans at the end of the day. But yes, lots of Nigerian players in action, lots of good performances, some not so good performances, but we're highlighting the positives in the show today. And of course, we'll talk about a few players, that did well and just the implications of their performances. But one thing that I was particularly pleased about for this weekend was that we had multiple goalkeepers playing. We had multiple goalkeepers doing well. Usually it's maybe Chiamaka Nnadozie on the women's side, and then maybe just Stanley Nwabali that does well on the men's side, or maybe just Chijoke and Agboso that does well on the men's side. But yes, for this week, multiple goalkeepers were in action. Multiple goalkeepers were in action. So it was a fantastic one. It was a fantastic one. Who impressed you guys over this past weekend? Let me know. Our star of the week was Gift Monday, but for you guys, that were following the action as well on our social media and of course at home on your TVs, who impressed you this past weekend? Whose performance impressed you this past weekend? Let me see some comments real quick. Who impressed you guys this past weekend? Pai Moyo says Olatunji is low-key cooking here in the MLS for Real Salt Lake City, of course. Who impressed you guys over the weekend? Who impressed you guys? Pai Moyo says the pizza guy, talking about Ebenezer Akin-Samiro. Okay. Anyone else that impressed you guys? Uche says Akin-Samiro. Okay. Okay. Let me bring Smith Layi on. Smith Layi, lots of quality performances. Who impressed you the most this weekend?
I think it has to be Ebenezer Akin-Samiro. I know that last year you asked for him to be more consistent. When he was in San Pro there, I think it's now hamstring you. He did well against Fiorentina, and also actually he did well against Napoli, and actually against Fiorentina. So I can see that he's settling into European football. So pretty impressed about him. Really, really impressed. Though Onuachu scored another right kick. This is the first time that Paul Onuachu has been contested for Postcard Award. So that's why I'm not picking him. It's what we expect from Paul Onuachu. Doing there, but I'm really impressed with Ebenezer Akin-Samiro. So may it continue.
And Ebenezer Akin-Samiro, I mean, putting in that MVP performance. Again, one thing that I like that I've seen about him in the games that I've watched so far in the Serie A this season, he is very confident on the ball. He doesn't look like, there's some players that if they have the ball and people are running at them under pressure, they just panic and then maybe they quickly give the ball away. But I see him taking some nimble touches, moving the ball around, shielding, and you can tell that he has that confidence. He's a young player, so every once in a while, he might still take a misstep or the other, make one error or the other. But he's really showing positive signs. I'm quite impressed by what I was watching, and sometimes you just need good fortune a little bit because in Sampdoria, one coach signed him, the coach got sacked, he wasn't really getting his minutes anymore. And then now he has found a team that he can actually go and be a key player. And he's justifying the reason why they signed him, and he's showing that he can actually play at this level. He can play at this top division. Fiorentina is not the strongest team right now, but even in the game against Napoli, against the defending champs, he's still putting a very good performance. So I'm excited for him. I'm really impressed by what I'm seeing. Ultimately, consistency is important. What makes the good player versus the average player is being able to do it 99 out for 38 weeks versus doing it 1 week or 2 weeks and then you tailor off for the rest of the season. So I really, really hope that this boy can keep it up. But Smilai, as usually happens when a player starts doing well like this, a lot of people start talking about Super Eagles. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, we don't have proper progression of talent. We don't have under 20s that are active like that. We don't have under 23s that are active like that. Under 21s don't exist. So once anybody starts doing well, people start saying Super Eagles. Some people are saying, well, our current midfielders, Ndidi is old, 28, but people say Ndidi is old. People say Onyedika is this one's on that one. Do you think that it is a genuine shout? Forget sentiment of not liking somebody or the other. do you think that he has a genuine shout to get called up to the Super Eagles right now?
Yeah, I think those that argue that he should be called up, they have points because we don't have midfielders that can with this quality. Again, you mentioned that it takes the ball under pressure. He progressed the ball well. Nobody takes the ball under pressure again. It is the one that takes the ball under pressure, but when they press him, we lose it. So that is the quality he's having. I'm not saying that he should come to the Super Eagles and come and start, but if the coach is brave enough, the boy will not disappoint him. But I know that it's very difficult for me. I know it will not be Olawonyi type of invitation. I know that this boy will come and stay.
I mean, but him and Olawonyi are two different kinds of midfielders.
No, I know. I'm just saying Olawonyi kind of information. I'm not saying that as a kind of invitation. Know that when you're talking about Olawonyi, I criticize him very well. I knew that this thing I came to do is that's what we do and go back.
Okay, fair enough. Paul Onuachu, another beautiful overhead kick, another beautiful goal. Stuff like this is not new to Paul Onuachu. He scores a beautiful goal every year. At least he'll score one goal that you're like, damn, like at 6'7", you can do something like this. Another fantastic overhead kick. Onuachu is on fire. Some people say he has mastered. I saw a comment. Somebody said he has mastered small leagues, but nobody that small league our best player they playing. If Onuachu continues to impress, do you think that there's any chance that he can get called up again to the Super Eagles?
The issue is that I don't know how many times we've had this conversation about Paul Onuachu scoring, coming to Super Eagles, not performing. It's the same circle over and over again. See, the issue is that Onuachu is not a Super Eagles material. He works within a system, and that system, if it doesn't benefit him, will not thrive. Genetro was the only coach that got the best out of him, if you remember. In fact, there was time it was even the first choice I do with Delengado, going to the contract 19. When he flopped in the first game, they had to drop him for Delengado. So for me, it's the same cycle AyoT. See,
so when you say he's not a Super Eagles material because he works in a system, is he not a Super Eagles material, or do the Super Eagles just not know how to get the best out of him?
No, Super Eagles there's no system in Super Eagles. So it's gidigbo command. That's why they're talking about the SS2. The same thing. There's no gidigbo. We played the two goals we scored in that window. One goal mark scramble, second one handball. It's not Super Eagles. It's not this thing. So it can't come. And people, when he came last, it was Ismail Sadiq. They had to be crossing to him. Ismail Sadiq cannot even cross to save his life. So he should just enjoy himself in Turkey. And if they see that people speak up, say, "Oh, he's doing what he's talking now. Go and buy me French league. It's good. It's go back to Turkey again. Maybe on loan or two." So he's just enjoying himself in Turkey. Maybe probably go with a prince in Turkey. One of these things. Yeah.
I mean, he's doing fantastic for Trabzonspor, and long may it continue. Him and Osimhen go fight for golden boots this season. Let's see how it goes over there. Another player, another striker that was on the score sheet, Akor Adams, scoring his first goal for Sevilla. This is another player that a lot of people have had high hopes for. He was on the standby or the preliminary list for the last Super Eagles invitations. Now that the Super Eagles have essentially thrown Desas under the bus, is there any chance that they might look at a player like Akor Adams and say, okay, let's give him a chance and see what he can offer? What do you think?
Because the same people that threw Desas under the bus, we also threw Akor under the bus if he did not perform. So, I like this player so much, personally, but I like that he's a guy that can take on defenders. We don't have strikers that can take on defenders. So Akor Adams gives me that vibes of a player that can take on defenders. It's a different type of player. So I don't think I've seen Osimhen dribble like that before. Osimhen is a space guy. Arokodare, I don't think. So he's a guy that can take on players. So it's a different type of player that we might need in the national team. But is it now? I just think that he should get settled in his club. Get the first choice either of Romero. I think Romero is I don't know, maybe it's their first choice in Sevilla. And continue to get more goals, and I think Super Eagles chance will come. If he comes now and he performs well, so be it.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me also ask you about a female player. We've spoken
Mm-hmm.
about her a number of times as well on the show. Gift Monday.
Mm-hmm.
You have to give credit to Gift Monday, the fastest hat trick in NWSL history. I happened to tune in for that game because it was Gift Monday and Deborah against Michelle Alozie, so I wanted to watch the match. And in the first 30 something minutes of the game, Gift Monday already had a hat trick. Two of the finishes were beautiful finishes. One that she went around the goalkeeper and squeezed it in from a tight angle. There was another one that Trinity Rodman gave her a cross from the right side, and the way she opened up her body to use her left foot to finish, very, very quality finish. Now, a lot of people have now started talking about it again. Like, so why was she not in the WAFCON squad? Why was Chioma Okafor selected ahead of her? We need her. With some players, maybe like Odega, kind of maybe getting phased out, older players right now. Do you think that Gift Monday should return to the Super Falcons as they're going to be playing the game very soon?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's not about returning AyoT. It's about they have used him for qualifiers too much, and when the soup is ready, they drop him for the major tournament. So they will call him for this type of game to come and play against Benin Republic. And when it's time to select players, they will not select him. They did that one during the Olympic Games. They did that one again during this WAFCON. For me, in terms of being selected, I think we can't talk about the past again. The past is the past.
Hmm.
But let's just focus on the future. I think she's a very good player. My issue is just that I mentioned this thing before, that she needs to be that player. For example, now your girl, what's it called? The other girl in Canada,
Esther Okonkwo.
Esther Grogo. She owns the stage now. She came confident. She said, "Okay, I want to take the battle," and she did. Gitmo did not take the battle. She's
But
happy to
can
on the
we say
bench.
can we say they were using Gift Monday wrong? Because at her club where she's performing, she's playing as a number nine and she's
Mm-hmm.
getting chances, she's getting one-on-one, she's finishing, she's scoring good goals. But we've seen when she plays for Nigeria at times, they try to play her as a winger because she's fast. They try to get her to run and take on players. But what if that's not her game? Somebody like an Osimhen, just put him around the box, let him finish.
She be this same national team played Jennifer Ejegini as a winger. They played her in different position. Tony Pay as a right back. Super Falcons have played player out of position, but the issue is that make it count anywhere you find yourself. Make it count. You know now the right back issue everywhere. See, majority of our players have not played the right position in the Falcons.
Yeah.
We complain several times about Ajibade. That why would they be playing her in this position? They never be number midfield. She's a right winger. She's this, but they don't play the right position. So, but anywhere Ajibade finds herself, she will make it count, and that's why she's the queen in that team. So, for me, she should. If not left back, they bring her. Show yourself.
So would you bring her back or not?
I will. I will. It's a qualifier. I will.
It says it. Okay.
I'm joking. I will. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Let's also talk about Victor Osimhen quickly. Today, Tuesday, September the 30th, we watched Victor Osimhen score a goal against Liverpool in the UEFA Champions League. A
The
penalty,
winning goal.
the winning goal, the only goal. I mean, he missed one good chance that, another day, if against Lesotho now, you go to cause and say, why you not score that chance?
He goes play his
But he had a decent game. He troubled them. He was aggressive. He was running around. He was making his presence felt. He limped off, but I want to believe that injury is not going to be anything serious.
No, I saw him back again.
Yeah, he'll be fine. But yes, Victor Osimhen now back playing again. Of course, injured in the last qualifying series for the World Cup. How are you feeling about it? And how did you see his audition today against Liverpool?
Good. That's why they paid that money for him. He needs to hold the stage now. Last time we faced Alisson in a similar situation when he was in Napoli. Was in Napoli? Alisson saved from him. When he played against Konate in Anfield, Konate dealt with him. But now he ran Konate ragged in today's game. So Victor is a top player, and they bought him for this occasion. They didn't put him against Karaguzspor. or a Naija sport. No, it's to play this type of game. And kudos to the coach. I think they are managing him, and I'm happy that he's actually worked back. So we would like our players to be back. When he got injured, in a bumpy, not a bumpy pitch in New York, in that type of tackle, you will feel for him that they have paid a lot of money for this guy, and he will be missing some few games. So, but I'm happy that he's back fully, and he should keep fit. Yeah, that's it.
He should keep fit. All right. Shout out to Victor Osimhen. Shout out to Victor Osimhen. I have a question here from you, Smith Layi, but I think we'll take this question a little bit later. But Olua Kwamile, thank you for your question. We'll take it a little bit later when we get into national team talk a little bit. Speaking of keeping fit, Smith Layi, not all Super Eagles players have been able to keep fit. Fisayo Dele-Bashiru has suffered an injury of recent. Rafael Onyedika has also suffered an injury in recent weeks. Both players look like they are most likely going to miss the upcoming qualifiers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that their absence will hurt us?
No. Onyedika did not play 1 minute in the last 2 games. He was just celebrating God on the bench. And Dele-Bashiru too created the equalizer against South Africa. But we know that it's not really headache, for Coach Eberechi. So for me, I think they're good players, especially for Dele-Bashiru. I know that what he can add, especially when he's playing in New York. What he can actually add in his proper home guy, what he can add to our national team. I'm happy that the injury will be back in October. But I don't know if you go into the story deeper about situation with his club just last year. That despite him returning in October, because he's going to be going for an AFCON camp in late November, they decided not to register him for Serie this first time because he said that they told him already. He told them that he'll be going for AFCON. So they realized that we're going to miss you December, from November to December. You go back in October.
They might as well just not just and use the slot for somebody else.
Somebody else, that is it. So I think it also makes sense for them slightly.
From a club point of view, I understand why they would do something like that. If the player is currently injured, he has been playing for them until he got injured, and then he's coming back. Maybe he'll come back for 2 weeks, then he'll leave again. So for them, they just look at it that we can do without you for those 2 extra weeks. When you come back from the AFCON, hopefully as a champion, then they will reintegrate, because January, then the window will be open, registration, everything will be open again. So I'm not mad at it. I don't think that it is anything that should cause wahala between him and his club. I'm sure he understands the decision making there as well. If he was fit, they wouldn't do that, even though he's going for the AFCON. It's just.
But I want to ask you a question. Do you think that this trend now can continue? Because if AFCON is in December like this, and so this guy might be going at the end of November, it's injured and things like that, they might just start say, our players got registered. Like Online now, immediately realize that Online is going to be back in December, November, December. You realize that and AFCON is in December. They're not to register him.
I mean, it's a business decision, which I personally understand. AFCON usually would be January, so not even December. This one, they made it December, So for me, I understand the clubs making that decision. If a player is going to miss the period before the tournament and is going to miss the tournament, you can use that slot for somebody else. It's different if you just unregister a player and you're not using the slot per se. Then you wonder why. But again, I don't think it is anything malicious. I don't think it is anything that the player would have an issue with. Somebody like Ola Aina that is not back until later. Yeah, might as well allow another player to be registered in the sport. Somebody that's actually going to be able to help the team. He cannot help the team without being there. So I get it. I wouldn't want to say, even if it's a thing that happens going forward, I don't think it's a bad thing per se. What matters is that when the player is back fit, do you now register the player or not? If you now say you're not registering the player ahead, that's a problem. Or if the player is not injured, the player is fit, then you say because he's going for AFCON in December, in August, you don't register him ahead. And that's when there's a problem, because obviously that means that the player will just miss 3-4 months for no reason, So I'm not mad at it at all. But Smith, with the injuries to Fisayo Dele-Bashiru and to Rafael Onyedika, it opens up the slot for 2 players to be called up. in your mind now, who do you see as the potential replacements for those two guys in the Super Eagles squad?
I think people might not like him. Alassane Yusuf.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm.
Alassane Yusuf and maybe probably uh, Ebenezer Akin-Samiro.
Mm.
And I have my reasons for that. I looked at Anthony Dennis, Akin-Samiro, and Toshiko Nani. Just realized that Akin-Samiro is playing at a high level compared
Yeah.
to Toshiko Nani and Anthony Dennis. So I just realized that they might just probably actually take that slot. Alassane Yusuf has been playing already for the national team, so I just think that him coming back, it's a player that can just come and close the game, for you and
Yeah.
things like that. Run, close the game for you. He's got the energy to do that. So I think that type of player can actually really actually help.
Mm. No, I think I would have to agree with you. I think Alassane Yusuf is the natural replacement. If one player goes, it was already on the preliminary list for the last time. If one player goes out, you would expect him to come and take that person's place. The second one is the one that I was kind of up in the air. But when you also think, okay, Fisayo Dele-Bashiru is an attack-minded midfielder. He's somebody that helps the team going forward. You look at the other midfield options that we have, even the names that you mentioned, we're not really looking at attack-minded players. We're looking at players that are more defensive. Tochiko Onyedika is having a good season in Belgium, but he's not really going to give you anything going forward in the attack. And Ebenezer Akin-Samiro, while he's not the most creative player on the planet, he is somebody that can actually offer you a little bit of something going forward. The only thing that I was thinking was that maybe they can say, you know what, we'll take Nathan Teller instead, because they didn't take Teller last time. And I know Teller is not a central midfielder, but the way he also used Fisayo Dele-Bashiru, he didn't use Fisayo Dele-Bashiru as a central
Yes.
midfielder. So I was thinking maybe they can take Nathan Teller. Because I think realistically, if we are playing somebody from the right side, even if it's a right attacking midfield position, I would go with Nathan Teller ahead of Ebenezer Akin-Samiro, because Teller has been doing it for a while and Teller has been part of the squad as well. But I do not think that anybody would be upset if this opens up an opportunity for Ebenezer to come into the team. If it comes, he probably will not play much, or if he plays at all. But it will be a good opportunity to at least show that they are seeing what he's doing, and maybe he can get a chance to impose himself and to win his spot in the team going forward. So I think Alassane Yusuf for sure. Then for me, I think either Akin-Samiro or Nathan Teller, depending on what they decide to go with. Well, but yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see. Do you think Chukwueze makes the next team?
So that's a big question. Chukwueze, last time around, he wasn't fit very well. So that's the reason why you see that he didn't play any role against Rwanda. Also, 10 minutes also against South Africa in the second game in Bloemfontein. So, it's not there yet. It's not there yet. It's not there yet. It's not fit. He didn't have precision with Fulham. He did full precision with AC Milan. It's not there yet. But I think that the coach might be thinking that even if he's not fit, he can give me something. Maybe for 10 or 15 minutes, he can give me something. For example, now, Victor Osimhen is not fully fit, but the coach will be fighting now, because I'm hearing that that's the reason why it's not even out. Then this is not even out. We'll be fighting to have Victor Osimhen on the bench against Benin Republic. If so that's
if Osimhen can play against Liverpool, why won't he play for Nigeria?
Yes, but they have to look for a way to manage it.
Managers. Is Chelsea will be playing with James 45 minutes. Thomas Tuchel Corey James playing two games in a row for England. All that one does not matter. Michelle is calling Osimhen. There's nothing Galatasaray can do. They are obliged, as long as he's not injured. They are obliged. And if he plays before the window opens, Osimhen will be there. He will start. What's bench? Why are we putting him on the bench? Osimhen has to start.
Well, in case you want to manage him,
it's not our job to you see. Let me not sound like let me not sound like I'm wishing injury on him. I will be upset or sad if he gets injured. But it's not our job to manage Osimhen. Like, Osimhen is our talisman. We need him in our most important games of this qualifying series. We need Osimhen on the field. We need him to start. And hopefully he scores for us. does not miss one-on-one like he did today. But we need him to start. And
He will have more time to play well.
I don't think Galatasaray would even dare to stop him from going. I don't think they would dare. I don't think they would dare. Even themselves, are they not going to the World Cup? They don't want Osimhen. It's even better for their brand self if Osimhen plays at the World Cup. Let their star player go and do well at the World Cup. It's better for them. So
Yeah.
I don't think there will be any issue there. I can see some people said David Moses of Slavia Praha.
No, don't. Why you just wait? He didn't put Spasha there. Don't give them the honor.
I don't really see David Moses getting caught up.
No, he's not playing.
Even at his club, they don't play him in their biggest matches, so it will be hard for him to. But he's steady rising at Slavia, Aribo has not even kicked the ball in how many months?
Aribo is a rebel now. He's a pumpty.
Yeah, Aribo has not kicked the ball in a long time. I don't see how Aribo gets there. Uche is leaving a comment here. He says, "We have not been having transitional play. We need different midfielders. We shouldn't give slots meant for midfielders to forward players." Again, I think they are referring to what I said about Nathan Teller. But again, Dele-Bashiru was caught up as a midfielder. He did not necessarily play as a midfielder. So if that's the way that the coach is intending to use that player, maybe the slot originally should have been for a forward player then. I don't think it is a case of giving slot for midfielders to forward players. Are we not giving slot for midfielder to Cristiano Suche? Is Cristiano Suche now?
What I want to say is that now you're not right, because people are not suggesting Suche for you that to replace. Yes, now we have shut everybody up now. They're not suggesting Suche for you again. Nobody's saying Suche again. So
I mean, one thing is that sometimes I understand that people don't like when I say certain things, but I'm not perfect. Obviously, sometimes I get things wrong, but a lot of the time I end up being right. When time shows different things, and we are seeing it. The only thing that is pissing me off is that Oli Glasner needs to play him more. It's hard for him to break into the Crystal Palace team because they are doing well. They are winning games. They are doing very well. So if it's not broken, why would he fix it? Why would he change it? Yeah. But I need to see more of Uche on Palace, because when he has played, when he has come on, we have seen the quality that he can bring. We have seen what he can do. The boy is hungry. He wants to fight. It's just that they are doing so well. They've just beat Liverpool, so it's hard for him to break into that 11.
Do you think the boy can see that he wants to go after the Getafe January?
You cannot. You're not ready then. For me, if that's how quick you just give up from a challenge, then you're not ready. No, now come on. If January, no. At least you give it one season. If in the whole one season, maybe you have maximum, maybe they only give you 200 minutes or something, then I can understand. But the way it is going, you can't just say you want to leave. He will still get his chance. I even thought they would start him in the cup. They didn't start him in the cup, but he came on in that game. But I think he will get his chance. They are playing in Europe as well. Yeah. So the schedule will get full, and he will play. It's unfortunate that he's going for the AFCON, or probably would go for the AFCON. So obviously that one will cut again out of his time that he could potentially be playing for Palace. And if they are doing well when he leaves again, when he comes back, it will be hard again to enter the 11. But it's too early for him to give up. No. You have to Getafe. I mean, I'm sure Getafe will take him back, but it's too early. It's too early. I think his chance will come. Okay, let me ask you this question that Pomile was asking you earlier. He said, Oga Smith, what is going on with our under 17 again? They lost to Ghana today.
Yeah, we lost. And I remember coming on this Naija FC Podcast to talk about the rots in the Nigerian youth system. See, I know that you have been advocating mostly for women football, and so many people you have won a lot of enemies, I'll put that way, in that. See, I will not stop saying it. We need to stop Ibrahim Gusso from being the NFL president, honestly. It can't continue like this, AyoT. AyoT, when I saw the game today between Nigeria and Ghana, I think that these guys are not from Nigeria. Honestly, if these people that they are not Nigerians, maybe they are
revoking their citizenship.
These are not Nigerians. Like, they are not Nigerians. And people are talking about, number 10, number 9, my brother. You will see. I'm not a prophet of doom. You will see. these boys will end up in Azerbaijan, Kuwait, maybe Croatia, or so on. This is not the talent we should produce AyoT. This is not talent. You have a talent, Nigerian talent. We take pride in us to dribble, to show ourselves. I don't dribble, Amo, to show ourselves. Now have players that cannot pass the ball, cannot dribble, the coach clueless, the coach collecting bribe, right? If you come and sue me, right, left and center.
It should sue me. I don't
If
see
you
the
come and sue
podcast
me,
though.
you come and sue me, collecting bribe, right, left and center. It doesn't have the clue. He failed in 2017. He failed in 2019. He failed last year. This year again, failure. And the same Ibrahim Gusso kept him in that job to continue. This rot, AyoT, must stop. This rot must stop. See, since Ibrahim Gusso became NFL president, Nigeria has never qualified for Akor under 17. We were 5 times world champion. 5 times AyoT world champion. We the final twice. When we played the final about 8 times, we won 5, lost 3. And now we cannot even qualify from our region, AyoT. Now, no qualifier again, nothing again. So the rot. See, we're talking about we not having players. Are they the players that will replace the future ones? We don't have people coming. I was saying that give me evidence that we have talent. Give me evidence that we have talent. AyoT, we don't. These people are not. They are not Nigerians.
So when you say we don't have talent, are they selecting the wrong players, or the players are the right players and they are just not good enough? Because Adeotun here is leaving a comment. He's saying, "What do you expect when a coach picked many players from the academy he works with?" So is it just a bias? You alleged corruption as well. So is that what it is, or is it that the players that we have are just not good?
Okay. See, AyoT, there's a big issue. Academy football. How many players they sell from Nigeria to foreign clubs in the last 10 years? And you see that, okay, these players can do well. Is anomaly. We saw Uche. Maybe probably who else again? Maybe Fredericks. Anomaly. Before, we used to have like 3 or 4. So maybe if some people don't do well, they didn't do well, okay. We used to have that. But if you're having 1 every 2 years, 1 every 2, every 3 years, my brother, that is, we don't have. Because I can't believe that these academies, they're not comping the system enough to get players for our youth system. I don't think so. Maybe the product we have, they are not what the European nations really want. It might be the same thing too. So, my brother, there's a lot of things going on. And I think that, guys, you have to take up the challenge. This man must not return back as never president.
But we don't have influence over how, what can, let's say we in the media, fans at home, people that are watching and are listening to you, we don't have voting power. So what can
I know.
No, I know. I'm asking you, what can we do? You don't want, or you say that you think the man should not return for our football to progress and for us to have development through the ranks.
Yeah.
But what can we do?
If media campaign, because if there's a media campaign here and the who and who, the noise becomes too much, the who and who will see it, they realize that it's like, okay, it's not doing well. We just need to make sure that they use that popularity. The people in the media, they are giving more popularity because they want to save a space in the private jet. That will take Super Eagles to Rwanda, Super Eagles to Kigali, Super Eagles to anywhere. They want to be there. They want to be the right guy. With due respect to our journalists, AyoT, most of them are just brand envelope, paycheck journalists. They can never say the truth. So that's why I think that there should be like a media campaign from us to say that this man must not return. This man doesn't have any plan for Nigerian football. Amani Pinnick was worse. But at that time, we still have like minimal success during his time as NFF president. This guy is 0.0. There's nothing.
But he will say we qualified for the Olympics. We won the WAFCON.
You qualified for the what?
The female women's Olympics.
AyoT, you are just trying to whine me. You know that was not his job. Shibi, I was here when the Falcons came back from the when you went in the WAFCON, nobody was there to welcome them in the hotel. It's that Falcons were going to go and buy pure water, water at the roadside. And it's NFF, that is Ibrahim Gusso. I will be sleeping in his hotel and enjoying himself. Maybe eating cola nuts. So I'm just saying it. See, this man is doing nothing. This man does not have any passion about football. When they asked him to spend 1 year, one term in Ibadan, he was sweating under air conditioner. What is it? Is it his father's property? So we need to start that with that. This man must not return, or else. See, this football, AyoT, you are a stakeholder in this football. If you are from Togo, you're talking about the Togo Ox, you will not get these views that you are getting. Because football is not big in Togo. If football now turn to turn bad in Nigeria, it will affect everybody. It will affect everybody, and that is what is going to turn to now. It will affect everybody. We are appointing coaches without certificates. Who is venting certificates? Nobody is checking it. And this man went to go and be wearing shirt and white and this thing in front of the governor so that he can say, oh, he's doing his job. You know, it's so sad that everything, AyoT, there's nothing that is working currently now. We're on the verge of not qualifying for the World Cup. AyoT, I can't just, it's just too much. There's nothing working. Under 17, under 20, nothing. We don't have under 23. The last time we went to the Olympics, AyoT, was in Brazil, 2016.
Yeah.
As in, there's no structure on ground. This guy knows nothing.
I want to ask you a question, but before I do, I want to just make a final call. If you are watching us on Instagram or on Facebook or on X, formerly known as Twitter, please join us on YouTube now. The stream is ending on other social media platforms in the next 30 seconds. So please, if you're on other platforms, make sure to join us on YouTube. And everyone that's on YouTube, I appreciate you guys. Please don't forget to hit the like button. It takes you 1 minute, but it does a lot of good for us. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. And if you want us to answer your question, to talk about something, or you just want to leave a comment, send it with the super chat. It's a way that you can support the channel, and it's a way that we can prioritize your comments. Thank you, guys. Okay, Smith Layi, let me ask you. Talking about things that are not working, CAF competitions started, and the first preliminary round, we saw success in the CAF Champions League, but we did not achieve success in the Confederations Cup. Para United lost to Asante Kotoko, and Abia Warriors lost to Joliba AC. Rivers United and Remo Stars won their double headers, and qualified to the next round of the CAF Champions League. Is there anything for us to take positive out of, the fact that Rivers and Remo moved on, or is it all negative considering Aquara and Abia could not?
My brother, it's all negative. The only positive I see, it's not even positive, it's the Remo Stars. Remo Stars played 2 games at home. They didn't play away from home because the guys from Comoros did not have stadiums to play. So they came to Nigeria to play the 2 games. My brother, if you watch Rivers United against that Congolese team in Uyo, you will cry for Nigerian football. You will cry for Nigerian football. Abia Warriors against Jiloba, nonsense. See, that is why I normally come out that the league is down. See, the age grade is not working. Sometimes when the league is not good, we go back to the age grade. League is not good. Age grade is not working. Where is now the talent factory? You will see what will happen to Remo against Sundance. You say, what was it? You see what will happen to Remo against Sundance. No worry. You see what will happen to Remo against Sundance. And for Rivers United, the NFF or NSC should carry players and go and use that one to help Rivers United because they have a better chance to beat Black Leopards.
What do you mean carry players?
Oh, we used to do it in the past. We used to take players from different clubs in Nigeria and go and they will play league for their club, play Champions League for the for a different club. It happens. Eric, what's it called? Ahmed Gaba, aka Yaro, was playing league for Kano players. and play Champions League for Enyimba.
Can they actually do that?
No, now that is trouble. So I don't know. Maybe Universe has they have enough money. They can give them money to go and buy more players, so that because they are the one that have the realistic chance of going to the group stage, the money spinning group stage. I think they go give them like 150k money spinning group stage, so they can at least they have money to buy some other things, to buy few players. I don't see Remo progressing. If Remo progressing, I will do a giveaway here.
How much?
Of $100.
Okay, so if you're a Remo Stars fan, go and pray for your players. If Remo should progress, Layi will give $100.
So talking about coach too. The coach of Kwara did not have certificates, and he was talking.
I saw that.
No, it doesn't. It's not even eligible to even be on the touchline. It doesn't have certificate.
What is the minimum certification required to be on the sideline?
CAF B.
CAF B.
Yeah. Maybe
does he have CAF C?
Which CAF C does he have? Is that NIS certificate? NIS. Is NIS they have? We don't have certificates. See, how many coaches do you think Nigeria have certificates? That's what they keep on appointing what Boso as coach for 20 because nobody has certificates. Nobody. They don't have certificates. And we say that they want to go Super Eagles. They don't have certificates. With due respect to him, like a Nigerian game, Ikechukwu has been Nigerian coach, grouper coach twice. He doesn't have certificates. They don't have certificates, AyoT. So how can you employ somebody without certificates to come and do a job, AyoT? Can you employ somebody without any knowledge certificate to come and do your job?
What if the person is good enough? Look at this man.
How do you measure good enough?
We still do not have certificates now. It was coach.
We still is getting results. This man not getting results. So they're not getting results. And without certificates, and you want to employ them, they're not getting. We still getting results.
What they said that the coach of Ashante Kotoko said, was it true?
It's true. This is press conference. It was like a political rally.
Oh, are you saying the Kwara one?
Yes, the press conference.
Is it the one that people were? Was that a press conference? Was not a lot of people standing and asking him questions?
No, he asked him to sit down in the bench.
Oh.
And it was
maybe I had not seen the full thing.
He said it. He said that the Kwara coach went to Ghana and said they're not even good. He said they're not even good. Say the one was talking about Ashanti Kotoko, we thought they're a very big team. They're not even big team. They beat us in Nigeria.
And then
but now they put Mike in his front. Iyombu.
Oh, good.
Iyombu.
Rather unfortunate. So let me quickly take some comments here that we have. Thank you very much for your support, Isabel. Much appreciated. No comments, just support. Thank you. Charles, these are your comments. It says Osasu is saying that Gusso is planning to stay there until 2030. I have never seen Smith this mad.
I have to be honest with you. This man must not be there.
When was Gusso's? When was his first election?
2023 or so.
2023. So okay, it still has time, sure.
Brother, this man will not do anything. This man has no jack, nothing about football.
I mean, let's move forward for the sake of time. But we're still going to talk about youth. We're moving forward to the Under-20 World Cup. Their Flying Eagles kicked off their campaign against Norway, and unfortunately, they fell to a 1-0 defeat. It was one penalty. I think they struck the posts, the woodwork, about 2 times in the game. They had a few opportunities. Parobo Areri had a few half chances. I think my Ghana had one chance from the edge of the box, but they just couldn't find the back of the net. They've lost their first match. They have 2 games coming up against Saudi and Colombia. Smith Layi, what did you think of their performance in that game? And are there bright signs for the upcoming match?
Nah. So if you've watched this team very well, I watched them since they kicked the first ball when they went to Wafubi Under-20 AFCON, Under-20 Championship in Togo. The same problem This man could not solve it. The same thing too. There's no positive. There's no bright spark. You tipped Onyedika Okoro to be the star. Look at what he played yesterday. The boy that was Yuma, that was saying, "Oh, the new Mikel Obi, he put headband on in this thing. Look at what he played." There is no AyoT. If this is our under 20 AyoT, we're in deep football problem, AyoT. There's one boy that played for Kabbalah in Azerbaijan. Is it Salihu? He was number 12. Is the coach that owns him. Yes, if you should come and say that it's a lie. The boy was playing for Economic Warriors before.
Yeah, he was.
He kept the boy on the pitch for so long. Maybe he will get percentage when they sell the boy, if the boy is shine here. My brother, AyoT, we are not serious.
How about Ahmed Akinyele? He had a decent game.
Which one? As a Premier League player, since like tackle anyhow. See, AyoT, at this age, I don't know what they are teaching them. They go that easily. That was what Mamani has been sliding tackle for the past 80 years. Playing for that 20, sliding tackle. AyoT, before you could go down, AyoT, you have to be sure of winning the ball. You must be sure. If these people are not playing that Bonfido. If you slide tackle that Bonfido, go and ask Taribo West. You are going out. You must stay on your feet. Any small thing, you want to be able to shout, "Hey, you slide tackle." That's my issue with Ahmed Akinyele. He's suspect to yellow card. That is it. For me, there's no bright spot to AyoT. There's no bright spots.
Even your boy Parabo.
There's no bright spot AyoT. There's no bright spot AyoT. AyoT, why the mess? People are talking about, what about this boy? What about there's one boy there? I would say it's a bright spot, not for funny reasons. It's called Tai Maigana. It was he was in IDP camp, in Borno
It's a great story how he has come.
It's a great story. That's a positive. That somebody can come from IDP camp and play for Nigeria. That's the positive. But I can tell you that is that boy better than Ebenezer Akin?
But even Okoro has a good story. I mean, Okoro was a vulcanizer apprentice now before they scouted him and took him to Sporting Lagos.
Imagine, vulcanizer. What Akin-Samiro was a barber too now.
Yeah,
it was a barber too. So it was a barber apprentice and Samiro was a barber apprentice. So it can work well for him. But I want to AyoT. These boys are going to, where you are. You're the one that scout them. You'll be scouting them where you are. You'll be scouting them where they go to their transfer. It's Croatia. All those ones. We pay 150 for them. Maybe coach will get 100,000, 50,000.
How about Daniel Daga? Daniel Daga is a pro. He has been a pro for a little while. He has played in Molda for, why do you think he could?
In fact, imagine going from talents like Ndidi, Mikel, the Daniel Daga. You know that, yes.
It's the same Daniel Daga that everybody was hyping at 16 years old.
I'm not hyping you again. I'm not hyping him again. He's in fact, I would do my statement. I was on Instagram that day. I was calling him, "You are the new SCN." He's not SCN, no. This one is this one is not SCN, no. It doesn't have he cannot even clean the boot of SCN. This one is not SCN, no. Imagine, just simple pass AyoT, loose pass. Cannot even control the ball. It's like one leg is flat than the other. As in the way it was moving, it wasn't injured. Hi, AyoT, we have problem.
I think for me, the thing that disappointed, or the player that disappointed me the most, I think Israel Ayuma. I saw somebody was telling me, but he completed a lot of passes, everything. But for me, I was surprisingly shocked at how bad his positional awareness was. And I was paying attention to him because people have bigged him up and have talked him up. And I was expecting to see some kind of quality. And yes, while when he's on the ball, most of his passes were accurate. But off the ball, he was always just found out of place, suspect. People are beating him so easily. And then there were one or two half opportunities that Norway had that were just because he got beat too easily and was out of position. And I'm looking at it that if you are playing a midfield role, yes, you have quality on the ball, but you need to have a little bit of awareness to know what is going on around you, because football is not only played when you have possession. Out of possession, you have to be able to offer some quality as well. And we're just not seeing it. Daniel Bam Bam Bamei, by the time you've played at this level for so long, you are expected to be able to stamp yourself and make a mark. And Daniel Bamei just does not seem like a defender that is going to transition into a top defender. Now, hopefully, I'm proven wrong and he can develop and he can become much better in the future. I have to consider the fact that these are technically still youth players for the most part, but I just did not see it. And Parobo Areri, a lot of hype around him, a lot of expectations for him. I think for me, I saw some positives in terms of he has good movement. He gets into the right position. His finishing just was not up to par. Some of the chances that he got, I just expected him to do better, to get a better shot off, to be more clinical. And this is a problem that we have. If we can't take chances, we can't score. It's always going to be a problem. So that I still hold hope in Parobo Areri. I still think that Areri has the talent. He needs to be refined a little bit more. He needs to just be more tactically aware. I think he needs to obviously know how to take his opportunities because, again, at the highest level of football, opportunities can be few and far in between, and this is not even close to the highest level of football. But everything else did not really excite me. I still think that they have a chance. If they go and they beat Saudi, it opens things up.
It's not even a chance, AyoT. It's about which players can we look forward to next. AyoT, the way I say this thing, and I will quote you here, say, you don't care about these people. Let them show themselves first. And you start taking them very serious. AyoT, I'll ask you a question. I'm going to move on from here at 20. Mama Yes beaten at 23 times. What is he doing there? How can somebody fail class 3 times and he's still in that same class again and he's the captain of the class?
Senior man now.
So senior man. No, but you said something there. I just want you to be very clear. You don't see any pathway in this guy doing well. You don't see it.
But he has signed for a club in Slovenia. Who knows?
You see, let me tell you something, AyoT. Those people rush to sign because it's good for U20 World Cup.
PR for their club.
So that, we might not have the chance of signing him. See, they have signed the liability. Yes, I will say it. See, this guy played Super Eagles on a 23 times, and he's still playing like this, AyoT. Let's call it spade a spade. AyoT, this guy, go and check his Facebook. He has deleted the Facebook now. 7-8 years ago, with full beard, playing for Water FC.
Some people grow beard early.
Which grow beard? See, so there's some beards that are not. This one is strong beard that come with bumps. I'm talking about 2015, 2014, 15, play for Water FC. This is 10 years after AyoT. Are you telling me that it was 9 years then? I beg you. If somebody will have my beers like this, he say it's 9 years old. What type of hormone is a growing beard that's 9? So wish him luck. Wish him. I don't want to be rest of people. I wish him luck.
You're killing me, man. You're killing me. But I mean, ultimately, see, they have another match in 2 days against Saudi Arabia. Mm-hmm. Saudi Arabia also lost their opening game. They lost 1-0 against Colombia.
Yeah.
What do you see? Do you think that we have a chance? Can we get a positive result? Can we get 3 points on the board?
You can't bank on this team. Even if this team perform well, Ebenezer Akin could have a rush of blood. I watched Saudi Arabia game against. I didn't watch the full game against Colombia. They had Colombia for a while before they actually went to that goal. AyoT, Colombia are stronger. Those guys are more tactical. That was the same thing with Norway too. They were stronger, they were more tactical. They had plan. So if they have plan, just one plan for Nigeria, they will win Nigeria. They don't have 2 plans, so just one plan, because our coach doesn't have plan.
Some people were talking about the officiating of the game.
It's a lie.
I was a bit. I mean, I know that we were begging for one penalty. There was another penalty that they didn't give us. But I genuinely did not think that they were penalties. I don't see what the
They were no penalties.
officials
The way we were giving the card out. Yeah, go and go. The go, like I say somebody that went to market to go and buy something. Yeah, take, go and check it. Take, go and check it. AyoT. The penalty, second penalty, people are arguing against that. That was very close proximity. If they give a penalty against Nigeria, will not take it. It was very close. It was very close, and the hand was like not fully out of the body.
So, and it deflected of somebody, I think.
Yeah, it deflected of somebody, and before he hit the hand, and second one too, he had this place, without that black ball. So, in my own opinion, there's nothing. But because at that time we were too desperate, we couldn't we couldn't score, and we know that. See, AyoT, I went to having my tea, enjoying myself. I know we will not score. They like we will not score. So because we could not score, and we were okay, that card we waste. So they started giving the cards for.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well in the 90th minutes, you might as well go and check. And I mean, that you mentioned about the black boy for Norway. I saw once they did not give penalty, I see the boy this side of the cross. I say, if they give that penalty, they can't insult where you go chop here. Yeah, the only dude on the team. I want to be the one that got penalty. I'm feeling for the boy. But as much as we would say, oh, we hit the post, let's not forget that Norway also missed empty nets. So they also could have taken more of their chances. Because the reality of it is that the Norwegian team was not a fantastic team. You could just see that they had a little bit more of a plan. They had set up. They had that really tall guy that was doing work for them from defensive set pieces. And yeah, like they were not a great team. They just were more structured than we were. And we created a few opportunities and we could not take them. And
that's what you need.
They scored. And at the end of the day, that's really what it is in football. You take your chance, that's really what it is. And at this level, we've see again for a long time we've relied on our physicality, on our natural God-given strength, speed. But in 2025, with everything that has come to football, with all the technology, with all the analysis, all the analytics, all the tools, everything everybody's using, being faster or being stronger, unfortunately, it can help, but it cannot take you all the way anymore. And something that I've said in the past, for me, I'm not. Like, I don't even expect Nigeria or want Nigeria to go and win on the 20 World Cup. Genuinely, I don't want us to win a tournament like this. Reason being, if we win, the people think that they've done a good job. But really, what matters is the development of the players. That's what I've always said. And like you said, that's why when you ask me about, or when people ask me about certain youth players, as I beg, ask me about him in 3 years. Let him go and play ball first before I really talk about him. Because at that young stage where, okay, you're playing against a 17-year-old that physically you just outmuscle the guy, you're just faster, you are black, so you are stronger, things like that. And then when it actually now gets to the highest level, where is about how fast you can think and not how fast you can run, things like that, you cannot really keep up. I hope that, like you mentioned about how bad things have been under the current NFF president, I really hope that we can get better and understand that we need to develop players. But again, if a good student or an average student has a bad teacher, that average student is going to become a bad student. If an average student has a very good teacher, that average student can become a good student. And if a good student has a good teacher, it can become a great student. And unfortunately, if our teachers that we have are not good enough, it's going to be so hard. I mean, somebody in the comments said it, we joked about it in our group chat as well before the game. They were just teaching them quickly before the match how to use the iPad and all the analysis tools and everything. Realistically, if you're learning how to use the iPad before the match, you're not going to really be able to do anything during the game. Maybe they will go and practice over the next 2 days and maybe they will get better at it. But these are things that at this highest level, there's no way the Norwegians did not already know how to do these things. So they know how to prepare, they know how to change things on the fly, how to get the job done. And again, I hope that they're able to beat Saudi Arabia. The Colombia game is not going to be easy either. I think Colombia, they are quite similar to us, so it's going to be a fairly even matchup. But ultimately, it's not about how far you go in a tournament like this. It's just about how well you can bring up these players. And I know that a key thing for them is when they want to sell players. The ones that you want to sell, they need to play well for them to be sold at the end of the day. Otherwise, they are going to go back. Okoro might end up going back to the MPF of Sporting Lagos. Or if he's able to get a move abroad, it will be to a small team somewhere that's just looking for a chance. Okay, if the player costs them almost nothing, they might as well take a chance and see how he does. And that's not something that I want for a lot of these guys.
How many of them got clubs after the U20 World Cup last time around?
I mean, a few of them did.
Like
Daga. I mean, he was too young then, but
he was too young.
it was on the radar.
He went to him back.
Yeah, it was on the radar of people. Samson Lawal moved to Scotland or so.
What's happening now?
I mean, he hasn't developed. But Salim Fago, I think, also moved to Croatia or something. You know, Emmanuel Ume moved to
Zurich.
I don't think it wasn't Zurich first. He moved somewhere before he went to Zurich. But now he's in Zurich. You know, so a few of them got moves.
But the problem is just that there's this signature move that money happens in our 20 when we go to the tournament. You know, that a player will just, or at 17, will just go and join maybe at one academy and we progress through the ranks. We used to have that type of movement before, but the issue is that brother is good with that type of move. Bulgaria, Croatia, that's it. Fredericks did well, but the issue with Fredericks now is that Super Eagles is the one saving Fredericks' face now. You know, the club career is not really the best.
Well, yeah, let's see how they do, man. Let's see how they do. I don't want to take too much time because we're already
out of time. Yeah,
almost out of time. Someone said Agbalaka. I've not heard of Agbalaka in a while. I don't even know where he's playing right now. But yes, let's move forward. Let's talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. In November, we have announced 2 friendlies, one against Venezuela and one against Colombia. There are many jokes that people made about it. I won't make those jokes on this platform. But it's been like these 2 friendlies coming up in November. That's the same time for the World Cup qualifying playoffs, intercontinental playoffs. Or no, is it the intercontinental or the ones within the continents, within CAF?
Yeah.
If we finish second, which is more likely than us winning, we would have to participate in these intercontinental playoffs or in the CAF playoffs. Why do you think? Is it like, we just went to go and collect money from these people? Why do you think we're signing up for these friendlies already? Or is it a case of, okay, if we don't qualify, at least we already have something on the board and we are prepared?
I think it's just like a template. It's like a thing that, if you remember, I might be next time too, when we failed to qualify for the World Cup against Ghana, we went to organize a friendly game for us against Portugal. You remember? That was the one that was especially actually what Andy also, So, for me, I just think that they did not plan it. Though they're thinking about if they don't qualify, they still have like 2 games to play in November. But how many of those boys will come out on that game in America? That's the one thing that you have to be, we don't know how many of them can be there. But I just think that they should be planning much better than this.
Someone said they can cancel the friendlies. Do they have money to refund?
They have money to refund. So
they will send the Super Eagles B.
What are they thinking? Because if you look at it now, you can plan for finishing second. You can plan it. We cannot plan to finish first because we need result to go our way. So, but we can plan to finish second in that group. It's still in our hands to finish second in that group. Then why are you now, in a hurry to go and get those friendly games? Because for me now, it's like they are preparing for that friendly game more than these qualifiers. Have Ibrahim Gusso and his people checked Polokwane Stadium to go and check it? Advanced Party to go and check it? I don't think so. So I think we should focus more on this October window than talking about that November window. Because if we qualify for the playoff, we're going to be playing Morocco around that time, and there's going to be no one on this. So I think what they will do is that they will take home-based players to go and play it. The way they used to do. The only time that they took them to Mexico to go and collect 4-0. So that's what they will do. But for me, I think they will have. I understand from what they are thinking too that things might not really go our way in October, but it's just that you plan for something.
If we don't qualify for the World Cup, say we finish third after these next 2 matches, The games in November would essentially now serve as preparation for the AFCON.
I
Do
will
you
play Venezuela in the AFCON.
No, that's what I was going to ask. Like, if we don't qualify for the World Cup, and that, do you think that those games would be good? I mean, Colombia is a good team. Venezuela not so much. But if there's preparatory matches for the AFCON, do you think it's good opposition to face?
No, because you have to face the team that you don't have
Similar.
to plan to win AFCON.
Mm.
You don't have to plan to win AFCON. If you want to plan have to win AFCON, you have Tunisia in your group. You have Tanzania, I think, in our group, and we also have which team again?
Guinea-Bissau, is it?
Not Guinea-Bissau. I think qualify.
Who's in our group? I forget. 1 second. Uganda.
Okay. What's up, Uganda?
Tunisia, Tanzania, Uganda.
Why can't organize friendly games with those people? It's gonna be cheaper.
But so they won't want to play.
They want to pay. Everyone want to pay. You want money from them. So for me, I guess there should be a purpose. You know, when we're preparing for the soccer qualifier, they ask for friendly game against Angola. You know, against Angola and Zambia. But they went to go and give him Russia. So all those things too, it doesn't help the coach. When you have somebody like that, it's an accountant. Just want money. What's he doing with the money? The jersey that Nigeria wore today against Ghana is Abba made. This is not Nike jersey. That is one tailor just sew it in Abba. It's not Nike jersey AyoT. It's not Nike. It's not the one that Nike gave them. Is that look at AyoT? This is different. You bought jersey now. There's difference between the one you wore and the one they wore. The one you wore today is like native. They want to go today like they just so native for them. So I'm just saying that I don't know what is wrong with these guys, AyoT. You know, they get everything wrong. AyoT, what is the positive thing you can point to? What is it? Prepare for AFCON, there's no proper friendly game. There's nothing. You just want to go and check other countries. They are playing. In fact, I'm hearing that Ghana is playing against England, women friendly game. Oh. Imagine friendly game. Ghana is playing against England. England might want to play against Nigeria instead. But it's just sad. AyoT, this thing will never help us. Venezuela will never help us against for AFCON preparation.
Okay, I can see lots of comments from people, guys. I won't highlight many of them because you guys are not sending super chat with your comments. But let me just see if there's anything interesting there. People are talking about Ibrahim Bousso. But yeah, I think the games in America, if it's the home-based team that goes to play, it will be a nice experience for them. They'll get to travel. They'll get to experience the USA a little bit.
They'll run away.
No, they won't run away now.
They won't run away.
Don't worry. Donald Trump, you'll catch yourself. There's no point. Your eyes will arrest you. Whether just be back to your country, But maybe it's also be a chance for the likes of Olatunji, Agada, Uwobodo. Maybe Uwobodo is injured, but I don't know. Maybe those guys, they can get their chance since they are in America.
Yeah, that's it though. Even Sanusi from Canada.
Sanusi, but Sanusi might leave, but we'll have to see what happens with him. I mean, but to be fair, if he's leaving until January, so yes, Sanusi will still be probably an option there. So, yeah, anything is possible. Let's talk about South Africa, the Super Eagles, South Africa, Group C.
Yeah.
FIFA officially sanctioned South Africa. They've made the release. They've made the announcements. They've sent information to South Africa. 3 points deducted. The tables have been updated. This man has been suspended. Not Samuel Chukwu, is the other man, the man on the floor. He got a warning because he played in that game that he should not have played, and they received a fine of 10,000 Swiss francs. The table has changed, since this happened. Benin Republic have now gone top of the table. If we look at it here, Benin are leading with 14 points. Plus 4 goal difference. South Africa 14 points plus 3. Nigeria in third with 11 points plus 2. Rwanda in fourth with 11 points, 0 goal difference. And then we have Lesotho and Zimbabwe coming up. Smith Layi, you have been very optimistic about this thing from time. You believe that we would qualify. You believe that things will go well. Now that all this has shaped up, of course, we know that FIFA has given South Africa the option to appeal. And naturally, South Africa will appeal. just because it's what always happens, you know. But do you think that there's any chance that South Africa's appeal would be won?
They should not go and waste their money on appeal. IoT is see IoT when they brought the case to FIFA and the person saw the response of Africa, just I beg 3 points deduction straight away. It's straightforward. Don't even call other members. You don't even call. It's you went to play a defaulter, and you're now saying that they did not inform you that there is a defaulter. Who is ready to keep your? Who's going to keep your cards for you? It's not you. So I'm hearing, you know. Let me tell you something. If a Nigerian politician just lost an election, he goes to court. Even if you knew that he didn't win that election,
Yeah, they always
the reason is because he wants to. He's popular. So they don't have hope. We're going to court. It's just Jordan is trying to give South African people hope. But he himself knew that they just want to go and waste Safa money going to CAS. There's no point going to CAS, I can tell you. Instead of him going to CAS, he should focus on South Africa winning the 2 games against Rwanda and also against the Warriors of Zimbabwe. It's okay. He should not go and waste money, you know, on CAS. I think his 3 points is gone in his card. I told you, right from the start that it's not if, it's when it happens. So it happened now. Yeah.
And now that the table has changed, are you more hopeful? I mean, we've kind of already been doing the permutation and combinations in our head, but it's official now. It is reflected there. Does this give you more hope? Because for me, after the South Africa draw, I lost hope. But now my hope has started coming back small again. Like, you know what? These boys can still do this thing. And it's the hope that kills you, because if to say you don't get the expectation, you don't go even vex if things don't go your way. But my expectations have come back. I'm like, you know what? These boys can do it. These boys can do it. They can do it. We just need to win our 2 matches. Easier said than done, but we need to get it done. So, like, are you more hopeful now that things are official, or is just the same level of confidence that you've always had?
You have to be hopeful too, because them bringing judgment out now is better than for them to wait in the last game. It can affect the team psychologically, so they have to be able to do it now, so that you know exactly what you are playing for. So it's good. Then you can see that initially it was South Africa was 6 points ahead of Nigeria, but now it's now 3 points. So Nigeria is like 3 points, off. So for example, now even if you're a betting guy, you say, okay, Arsenal is 3 points. Okay, now I'm not going to use Arsenal as an example. Man City, they are 3 points behind us now in the title race, and there are 2 games to go. Some people will still bet that Man City will win the league. 2 games, 180 minutes is a long time in football. It's a long time in football for you to count your chickens before they actually were asked. I can tell you. So I just think that it's a long time in football. I think there's hope is there. See, IoT is a win-win for Nigeria. And I was surprised when, even on Super Sport IoT, you brought out this table down. On Super Sport, on Bet Nigeria, sorry, I don't want to mention this in this Nigeria show, on Super Sport, they came with the wrong table. The person that was doing the calculation and not doing it well. I was like, people cannot just do your research before coming to studio. Like, just read small time. That's our problem. Do small research. And there's one popular football social media site too. That is their team is green. They also did the same thing too. This one people I'm talking about. They also did the same thing. To come on, just do this thing. I see people, different journalists too, coming. Journalists saying it doesn't change anything. You see, IoT is a win-win for Nigeria. One, that 3 points for Lesotho is more likely now they will not finish last. So because they will not finish last, it's a plus for Nigeria because of the Eritrea situation. And now, if Zimbabwe beats Africa, I'm talking about beats Africa, is it's out of their hands. So, but South Africa need to like lose 2 games before, before we could have a chance. But now, just losing 1 game now, they're in trouble. So, there's more hope. There's more hope now. But I would say it's still 40-60. Hope 40-60.
But I think do you feel fairly confident that we'll finish second at least? Like, even
I think so. We'll finish second. I think so. Even if we beat Lesotho 1-0, we'll beat the Republic 1-0. We'll still finish second. Yes. And we'll go among the top best place teams. Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully the ball bounces in that direction. Hopefully things go our way. Yeah. Super Eagles players, man, you guys should not mess up. When are we expecting the squad? Because the game is.
I think it should be. The game is tomorrow. Is
1st of October.
The game is on the 10th of October. International window. What's it called? All the teams now they have released their list. From today. I can see even Zimbabwe, but they released their list. Of people that are going to play for them. So I don't know the reason why this is not actually worked out yet. Maybe he's trying to make some few changes. And says that maybe you want to check this. I don't think you'll be waiting for this weekend to know the final list. I think it should be out tomorrow.
Okay, let's see tomorrow. Let's see what information we get from the stables of the NFF, the Super Eagles. Yeah. Looking forward to that one. The do or die crunch time. I'm just happy that this qualifying series is finally potentially over because it's been a long time and we've been qualifying since 2023. It's been a long time. Let things just end. Let us just know where we stand. If we have to take it to November, okay, let's take it to November. Let's just know where we stand and let's be able to move forward. Because the heartache, the brain ache, everything that the Super Eagles put us through. Being a football fan is not easy, honestly. Like we should be getting paid for supporting the national team. Honestly, I feel so. But we'll talk about that. Next week Monday we'll look. By then we'll already have the list out. We'll be able to talk and we'll be able to preview the game against Lesotho and see what is going to happen. So look forward to that one, guys. Next Monday we should have a fantastic conversation previewing the game against Lesotho. I just want to make sure. I want to check the under-20 schedule to make sure that they're not playing a game next Monday before they come and clash with us again. On the 20, their third game is on the 5th of October, so that's Sunday. Okay, so yes, we'll be here.
So this Sunday, 11 a.m. or what?
The under 20 game is Sunday, 12 a.m. So it's okay. It's Monday, 12 a.m. for people in Nigeria, the UK.
Okay.
For me, it's Sunday, 7 p.m.
Okay. Sunday, 7 p.m. Okay.
So we'll be able to
not Tuesday.
Yeah.
Even I don't think we can even play it. So because I wasted my time yesterday. I wasted my time watching these guys yesterday.
I had to pay $8 to watch their match yesterday and to watch them lose the game. I was a little bit disappointed.
$8? Why?
It's not on here. It's not on FIFA Plus in Canada.
It's not on YouTube.
Was it on? It's not on YouTube. No.
It's on YouTube.
Are you sure? Which channel?
FIFA.
No, it's not. In Canada, it's on cable TV.
It's free here.
Yeah, here it's not. It's on cable TV.
Your place, you pay for everything.
So I had to pay $8 to watch the match. But I mean, it's $8 for the 3 matches. So
because it's 3 matches.
I had to subscribe for 1 month just to be able to watch.
Oh my God.
So
that's how I went to go and pay money to watch the men basketball team too, and they embarrassed me.
When is OJB's event? Are you going to be in Paris?
Yeah, I should actually, but just be busy these days. But I should be in Paris. So I should be in Paris. Yeah,
I think it's 20th of October.
Yeah, it's 20th of October. Yeah. Is this next month? Yeah.
Nigeria France Sports Awards, the original one, not be the other one.
Not be the Nigeria France.
Somebody said it was on TSN. TSN is cable TV now. That's what I'm talking about. TSN is cable TV. It's not free. TSN is not.
So it's not. It's on YouTube here with me. I don't want to show you here. YouTube here. Maybe probably it's regional. It's regional.
Yeah, it's regional.
It's regional. Yeah, I saw it on YouTube. So all this 12 midnight game, man. The good memories we have about 12 midnight game was when Nigeria US 94. Waking up in the middle of the night, enjoying ourselves, watching games. Not this one that they just paid players to go and embarrass. Football is. I want to ask you a question. Do you think football is becoming very boring?
I wasn't watching football in '94. I wasn't born yet. But
even from the, do you watch Theory?
yes, now I watch.
From that only time to this time, do you think that's boring?
I don't think football is boring.
Okay, do you think it's Messi? What about Messi another time to this time?
Football has changed. Football has changed. Do we get the same level of excitement that we did? No. You know, people don't score long range bangers the way they used to score before. People don't dribble the ball the way they used to dribble with the ball before. Football has become very tactical, very robotic, very data driven. It is more likely that if you pass, you score a goal than if you take a shot. So people don't allow players to take shots like that anymore. Rarely do we see those kind of things. So the way football is played has changed. Do I find it boring? No. But at the exciting moments as much as they used to be, also no. We don't have as many exciting moments because a team would rather keep the ball 60% possession and pass sideways. It's Pep Guardiola that changed everything and sport it for us. And then now all his disciples are coming up. Enzo Maresca, Mikel Arteta, everybody wants to, you know, back in the day, like people would do audacious things. Like all the things that somebody like Zlatan used to do. We don't have players that are audacious. Like even Wayne Rooney, the kind of things that Wayne Rooney used to do. Luis Suarez, the kind of things that Luis Suarez used to do with the ball. Aguero, Carlos Tevez. We don't have players that take risk like that today because now, if you try to, even early days Cristiano Ronaldo, because now if you try to dribble, you lose the ball, boom, all of a sudden they bench you, you're not doing blah, blah, blah. Now you must pass the ball, you must do this, you must do that, you must build from the back. You know. When sometimes the beauty of it was just play it long, the dropper will chest it down, pass it to a goal, you do something, and you score a goal. But now, no, you must pass. You get that. You've watched the whole 30 minutes, the ball has not crossed halfway line. You know, the thing that pisses me off in football today now, the thing that pisses me off, the kickoffs. That nonsense that you kick the ball to out for throwing from kickoff, that thing pisses me off so much because I don't know which data they are looking at. I don't have the data. But that thing never works. Maybe it works 1 in every 20 times that I see it, or 1 in every 40 times that I see it. But so many teams do it now, and it's so annoying. You just kick off. You have the ball. You just play it out for throwing. You say you want to press high. You still not score from it. You still not do anything. PSG did it, and they won Champions League. All of a sudden now, everybody think that's the way that they are supposed to be kicking off. And that's the thing that I don't like about football. Why is everybody a copycat in football? Because somebody did something and it worked does not mean that everybody has to do it. So I really don't know, because this playing out from the back thing, somebody did it and was successful. Everybody now wants to play out from the back. It's like football has just become so it has become mathematics. It has become so robotic, fixed formula. It's becoming almost like, even though it can never be like the American sports, you know, the American sports are play by play. You have the playbook. Okay, this person runs here, this person runs here. They do one play. Yeah, they go and huddle again. Oh, yeah, what are we going to do next play? They do another play. Football can never quite be like that because we don't have the stoppages in between. But it has become too, routine, too calculated. Long throws are back. Thank you. All of a sudden now, people want to be doing long throw again. You know, it's funny because a long throw is part of the ugly, beautiful side of the game. Because all those long throws, I remember when I was young, I could throw ball. Throwing like this, I was going to throw that into the box. It's back now. I remember the days of Tony Pilis, and it was part of the reasons why you hated playing against Stoke City, because you knew that they were just going to come and run with the lap. He built his career on just, they used to keep towel on the sideline for him. Like once the ball goes out, they will give him the towel, he will wipe the ball, throw that thing into the box. I don't know. I wouldn't say it has become boring because I still enjoy watching football. I still enjoy the game, but some things piss me off, and the exciting moments are less.
Less.
Because the reality of it is that the exciting goals that we see now are like, okay, pass, boom, they score a goal, beautiful build up. And when you see beautiful build up, it is like, wow, that's a beautiful goal. It's just harder to, how many times does that beautiful build up actually happen? And that's why even players that are direct in today's game, I really appreciate. People like Jeremy Doku, even though you criticize his output a lot of the time, but I like a player like that gets the ball, puts his head down, and you know he wants to run at you. He wants to
Yeah.
take you on. You know, and then when he walks out, it's beautiful. That's the reason why I like this Chelsea boy, Esteval.
Yeah.
Because he still has that Brazilian flair in him. He gets the ball, he wants to make something happen. Sometimes he will lose the ball, he will give possession away, but the audacity is still there. You know, the intent is there, and
Mhm.
I like it. You know, I like it. But I mean, so many like there are different perspectives. If you say you find it a bit more boring, I can't blame you because I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, if you want to join us, if you want to share your thoughts, the link has been posted. Call in, call in. Make sure that you have a camera that we can see you. Make sure that you are fully clothed. Make sure that you have a good microphone so we can hear you. The link has been posted and pinned. So call in now. We have 15 minutes. If we get no callers, then we'll just have to wrap up. But if you have any thoughts that you would like to share, please call in now. Call in now, call in now. Adeosun says there were beautiful build-ups in the past as well. Yeah, there were, but you know, I don't know. The game has changed.
Mm. And your former coach back to his old hunting ground.
Jose
Mourinho.
Mourinho.
They got beaten again.
I mean, they lost against Chelsea today, to the glory of God. But
The guy should go to national team.
I'm happy for Mourinho. I can never dislike Mourinho.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he should go to national.
some of my early memories watching my team be successful were under Jose. So you know, I can't dislike him.
Me, I can never forgive you. He gave us Pasero.
He was Pesaro is one of his best friends now, so
Mm-hmm.
he has to
Mm-hmm.
support this guy.
Yeah. He said that. He said as in one of the podcasts that it was Pasero that attached you. I said that they have been friends in university also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's true friendship. Okay, I see we have two people waiting, but I'm not saying cameras on. So TCO and Ola, if you want me to bring you on, please turn on your cameras. Turn on your cameras, and anybody else that wants to join,
Yeah, guys, quickly.
quickly, or otherwise we'll just wrap up. But obviously, we want to hear from you guys. And if you are yet to hit the like button, guys, please like.
Guys,
Still less than half of people that are watching. I always account for 20% of the people that don't really like us that just come to see what we're saying and if they can get upset about something. But come on, guys, the remaining 80%, please now, you know, like.
Some people watch on TV and they don't.
Mm.
They cannot just use a remote now. Like,
And if you are not subscribed, subscribe. And if you have the means, if you can support us, leave a super chat. You know, we'll really appreciate that. All amounts help, you know, to the growth of the channel. You know, I see now, I was looking at who's going to help me to create content for these upcoming matches now. Is all these things going to cost money? So, guys, if you can,
we want to create content for that.
for
But you
the
didn't really do any content in the last window.
the last window, yeah, I had a little bit, but I didn't really do. But this window is more crucial, so I'm like, I want to see what I can do in this window, you know. And if I'm going to get somebody pay for their flights to go to Rio, do all these things, it costs money. So, guys, all your supports really goes a long way.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Adedotu is here. It looks like he's the one that's ready. Welcome.
AyoT, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
And
Well,
Smith,
my man. Yes.
yeah. Let me first start with what you said. Football has become AI, which means it's now boring. No matter human beings don't play football again. Now it's technology. Any touch now, referee will blow. Then just go and ask people like Batistuta, go and ask Ronaldo de Lima, go and ask other great strikers. You know, so football has become boring to me. I'm just watching it just because I love football. That's why I'm watching football. It has become boring to me. Then on the issue of our underage football, I said it. The coach is the team manager of one of the academies, and he picked a lot of players from that academy, a whole lot of players from that academy. and you say want us to qualify. No, we can never qualify. We cannot qualify. I said that our ball is going down the drain. Not only our ball, our sports going down the drain. The sport minister, the NFL president, the NSC, all of them, they don't have any business there. Like I was telling Ombueri yesterday that, see, until we stop this, oh, this man campaign for me, let me use it to compensate him. No, we will not go to anywhere. Like football is popular in Togo. I have friends at Togolese. Soccer is popular in Togo. Maybe in Kenya and Ethiopia, no. Where football is number 2. But for us, football is our number 1. So now, no one under 17 World Cup. And we are happy. When the who is the coach president who's president of Nigerian coaches, that are Boso, they shall put whoever they want there. Because at least Subaru won FA Cup, they made him under 20 coach. Does that what it takes? No. No. AyoT and the people watching, if you are not careful, our boy will die in natural death. That boy will die in natural death. He's on the verge. He's on the verge. He's on the verge. He's on the verge. So, those of us that love football, that love following this game for many years, for decades, it's paining us though. It's paining us. And like I said in my comment section, the traditional media is now interested in APC, PDP, ADC, and co. And now they cannot even talk because they always like to save seats in the plane that we paid for by NFL. So they cannot say the truth. This man should please leave honorably. We thought down on Amaju, but I think I would even prefer Amaju to Guso. Imagine, AyoT preparing Eba that doesn't have soup with hunger. You know, when you're eating Eba that doesn't have soup, it's better than you going hungry. So now I would prefer Amaju. Even if they can't do us anything, just give us Amaju back. We'll stick with Amaju. But this man Guso, nah. Oh, AyoT, be like, tell me, why won't people talk about sectionalism when the under 23 coach from one section, the under 20, under 17, all of them from the same section, and they're not giving us results? Why won't people complain? When Manugaba won us under 17, did we complain? No, we didn't complain. He gave us Iheanacho, Awoni, and Co. We didn't complain. But at this stage in Nigeria, what is giving people joy is sport. Because the country is not giving them joy, but sport is giving joy. Now, you are not killing the sport, the joy. Salisu invited a caregiver that claimed that he was playing football in England. AyoT, I've never heard of that before. A dictionary player being invited to under 23. The second career of our Spy Eagles. Another one, Lebanese in Azerbaijan. Can you imagine? We checked the list. The guy was not even on the roster of the club in Azerbaijan. Division 2. That one too came to camp with POP in his leg. And what just our training kids. Sorry to under 23.
I don't know. Let me just add to. I want to just add to what you said. You know, see, we know that Wangaba, it was assistant to Coach Ebenezer.
Ebenezer.
He turned
Himself
7.
and Beniroa.
I'm betting you right. He turned 7. But you know, one thing is that the guy already gave us what he could give us. I think football already has what left him. So for me, I think Riders will go be part of the campaign too. Please, this man must not return. If this guy return as second term IoT, we'll be talking boxing. Yeah, not football again. We'll be talking boxing, not football again.
Okay. Mr. Adedato, thank you very much for your contribution, man. Always nice.
Yeah, right.
We appreciate it. All right. Thank you, Adedato. Okay. TCU, welcome, sir.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Okay, I was muted. Good evening,
Okay.
AyoT and Smith Layi. How you guys?
Well, very well, thank you. Hope you're good as well.
That's good. That's good. Once again, well done and thank you for this show. Like I typically say, Nigeria Super Eagles is my favorite team. I'm actually a Chelsea fan, but I think since maybe 4 years ago, I've not really been following football like that. You know, I haven't really been feeling it like the way I used to when I was young. So now I just focus on Super Eagles mostly. And that leads me to the question that Smith Layi asked. That football now, when you compare it to how football used to be in the past, how do you find it? And I think that football has lost a lot of spirit, man. I think that's the best word I can use to describe it. There's a lot of spirit that football has lost. The other day I was watching was it 2006 World Cup final, Italy and France. And I was just looking at the lineup of France and Italy. I was like, see how stacked they are. Like, if I was to have an Italy France match today, can I compare the people on that lineup easily? You just cannot. Now I understand IoT's point that it's just different. It's just different. You can't compare it exactly to how it was in the past. Now there's data, there's the pep football, tiki taka, possession. There's a lot of data and analytics. You can even almost bring Power BI, for you to be playing your football. But yeah, I understand that. But it sucks out all the spirits, man. It sucks out a lot of the spirits. I mean, look at if you just think back at maybe like that same 2006. Mention you already have like 20 players that can win the Ballon d'Or. 20 in one, like just in the football world. Imagine in one era you have Ronaldinho, Ronaldo de Lima, you have Zidane, you have
Kaka.
Ronaldinho, you have David Beckham, you have Kaka, you have Roberto Carlos, you have Dida, you have Wayne Rooney just coming up. As in, it's just too mad. The lineup is too crazy. The players are too many. But now, when you mention Erling Haaland, and you mention maybe who's the current Ballon d'Or winner? Ousmane
Ousmane
Dembele. I mean,
Dembele.
come on, bruv. Compare Ousmane Dembele to the person that won number
to
6
Frank
or
to
number
Frank
7 Ballon
Ribery.
d'Or back in that time.
To Frank Ribery.
To Frank Ribery, can you imagine? So I think that a lot of the spirit of football has been lost. And I wonder how it's going to be in the next 10 years. So I just wanted to address that point. Then something that I've been wanting to talk about,
Okay.
because I was having some discussion with a lot of people, and I'll keep it very short. I don't want to long it out. And when they did the Ballon d'Or that Ousmane Dembele won, Ballon d'Or, they put out a list, right? It was like a 3 criteria thing. I don't know if you just give me 1 second. I would like to pull it out, and I would like to read it. I hope the people I was talking to are on this call, right? So they said that the 3 criteria for them to select the winner is: number 1, individual performances, decisive and impressive character, right? That's number 1. Second criteria they meant was team performance and achievements. Okay. And the third one they mentioned was class and fair play. Now, to those people that were asking me that, out of how many people, 30 people, we don't even have one Nigerian. You're telling me that Osimhen cannot enter that place? You're telling me that this cannot enter that place? I say, wait. Look at the 3 criteria. It's not only about how good you are. There's one key aspect that I want you to pay attention to, which is class and fair play. When you talk about class, right? Unfortunately, I think that that's something that a lot of our players don't embody.
Mm.
And I've spoken about this on this platform before. I think a lot of our players, they are here in reality, in terms of where their career is, in terms of where they are playing, in terms of what they are doing, they are here. But their mindset is still here. They have not even grasped where they are. You're a striker for a club like Bayern Leverkusen. You're playing in the Bundesliga. You're playing in Champions League. You don't understand where you are. You don't know that you cannot still be going on. Again, I don't want to, completely castigate it, because of course it's not a forbidden for players to go on TikTok and have a laugh and all of that. But all I'm saying is you will never find an Ousmane Dembele clowning on TikTok. You will never find
Yamal clowns on TikTok too.
Why 17?
But do you want to compare it to
Lewandowski clowns on TikTok.
Do you want to compare it to who we're talking about here? You will never find a Mohamed Salah go on his Instagram or Instagram live or whatever, screaming at his national team coach. You will just never find it. Is it that these people, they are not human beings like you? Because a lot of Nigerians, they are not helping our players. You will see now a situation where your top player is playing in a league that you have to pay $10 to watch. Right? And you are still saying that, no, they love him there. Oh, this is it. Okay, fine. Yeah. But we need to demand more from these guys. Don't support nonsense like my dad would usually say. Right? So I think that a lot of our players, they need to take seriously more the importance of branding and your image and PR and these things. They really need to take it seriously. I think that's where I think AyoT is in that space. And he does talk about it. So I hope they are listening to him, because it's very important. I don't want to have a situation whereby my star, like I said, Super Eagles is my favorite team. My star is going around doing things like that, So, and he's unfortunately paying for it now.
He's betting on TikTok with Pella.
Pella.
Very good.
You can't be associating yourself with that. If me, I'm Chelsea, right? I don't want to have my striker doing TikTok with Pella now. Come on, no matter how you want to put it, what you are doing affects my brand as a club.
Like,
I understand what you're saying.
Man. So I think it's really important. Yeah, man. Let me not go further than that. But thank you.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you. I think so something that TCO was saying. I just looked up. Look at the past 10 years and then 10 years before that. 2005 Ballon d'Or ranking. We had Ronaldinho, Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard, Thierry Henry, Andriy Shevchenko, Paolo Maldini, Adriano, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Kaká, and Samuel Eto'o in the top 10. All those 10 players, without a doubt, are legends of football. Different kinds of players. Ronaldinho, very different from Lampard and Gerrard, different from Henry, Shevchenko, Maldini, Adriano, Zlatan, Kaká, Eto'o, but legends. 2015, 10 years ago, we had Messi as the winner, Ronaldo, Neymar, Lewandowski, Suarez, Thomas Muller, Manuel Neuer, Eden Hazard, Andres Iniesta, and Alexis Sanchez. Top, undoubted quality. Top 10 2025. Ousmane Dembele, Lamine Yamal, Vitinha, Salah, Rafinha. Lamine Yamal, Vitinha, Salah, Rafinha, Hakimi, Mbappe, Cole Palmer, Donnarumma, Nuno Mendes. Out of this list, the only ones that right now you can say are on track to be legends: Salah. Maybe you can give Hakimi his credit. Morocco legend for sure, doing well. Mbappe. That's it. Cole Palmer is still starting. Donnarumma is not quite a legendary goalkeeper. Nuno Mendes is still starting. Rafinha has just one season wonder so far. Vitinha, this is his first real season. Lamine Yamal, maybe he can become a legend. He has the talent, but you cannot put him there yet. So it's just the quality is different. The quality is different.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
let's hope that these players, they
You know,
made
you find that maybe probably 10 years time, you'll be seeing names that are how is this name even get to this list? That's how it is.
Very good.
Quality
Well,
is
yes,
quality.
now that there's this free fall, find your way to the list too. Osimhen found his own way to the list. Lookman found his own way to the list. Everybody
That
should.
you are there, so
Very good. Comment from TTC Gogo said, "What about our superstar from Man City? Did he play?" He's talking about under 20. No, he did not play.
he did not play.
It was an unused sub.
See, you keep on defending ourselves there. You should keep on. So in this DNA, what AyoT? Is it like to that somebody's from Man City?
Mm.
Tell what? Show his picture
Mm.
for Man City. His documents to show that he's playing for Man City. Let them show it, AyoT.
Nobody went to ask him.
Picture.
Nobody went to ask him about Man City if they know him.
I know the feed when he goes to snap picture. It's a Muslim there. One Muslim pitch. They are doing personal training there. A World Man City jumper. Go and snap picture there. Says in Man City. Man City of Ado Ekiti. And you continue. You continue.
Well, yeah, guys, thank you very much, everyone that has tuned in, man. Thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. Thank you to everyone that supported us during the live stream. I promise I'll shout you guys out. So, Oluwakomile, thank you very much. Uche, thank you. Adedotu, thank you. Isabel, thank you. Charles, thank you. And then TC Gogo. Your support for the channel is very, very much appreciated. And of course, even if you weren't able to leave a super chat, we still appreciate your engagement, your comments, your viewership, your likes. If you still haven't liked the video, guys, take a second to like it. Even if you are watching on demand, don't forget you can still hit the like button. You can still support the channel. And we'll see you next week, where we'll be talking about everything that happened in previous week, as well as, of course, looking forward to the Super Eagles game against Lesotho. By then, we should have a team list out, so we'll talk about that as well. Under 20 would have finished our group stage by then, so we'll hopefully haven't crashed out. But next week's episode is going to be a fun one, so you don't want to miss it. Monday next week, guys, not Tuesday. Monday next week. And yes, it will be a fun one. Thank you very much, Smith Layi, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
This has been the Naija FC podcast. My name is AyoT. My co-host is